This happened not far from where thousands of Muslim women gathered in downtown Toronto today. The Being Me conference aims to empower them with workshops and lectures on topics like mental health and self-care. But this year is a bit different. As Kelda Yoon reports, in light of the recent mosque shootings, the event is putting a big focus on healing.
It was organized at the last minute, a healing roundtable, a chance for these Muslim women to share their feelings about the tragedy in Christchurch.
It's really sad to think about and heartbreaking. Oftentimes it's a bit hard for us to kind of speak about these issues, especially if we're around non-Muslims or people who don't really understand the hurt we're experiencing. So being around Muslims and people who are like-minded with their religion is really beneficial and helps us grieve and overcome this disastrous event.
Some chose to share in small groups. Others, like Nadia Faryad, chose to speak out loud.
I don't think we should sit there and feel hurt, but rather empowerment.
She says opening up was cathartic.
There's such a peace that comes within you.
Her message is also one of peace.
Just because one person did something that was so heinous, and this was just an inhuman act, we are not going to basically see him as the face of the white, the Christian, or the West. We're going to see him as an individual.
Also incorporated into this year's conference, a card-making table.
Because there was an attack at a mosque.
Little girls writing messages of support to the victims of the attack.
What I wrote to them is I told them to continue being strong.
They understand it. The school also helped to explain to them what happened, and we talked about it at home.
Some teenagers saying there is always fear in the aftermath of such events.
Sometimes, you could get worried, if you're going to somewhere like this where there's a lot of Muslims, maybe something could happen.
But that the message they are getting from being here is this.
Even though there's lots of racism in the world, you could always fight through and make your way through it.
The conference has expanded into other cities. Calgary has organized one for May. Kelda Yoon, CBC News, Toronto.